Photoshop versus Canva. This is a controversial one. I don't know. Should I get into it? Okay, I'm just going to do it. All right. I've noticed there's always a Photoshop versus Canva conversation where the designers, the seasoned designers, who are well averse with Photoshop and do appreciate the um, the specs and the creativity that you can display using Photoshop compared to Canva. Whereas Canva sort of like aids you with I don't know how thousands and thousands of templates. So Canva makes it easy for a layman to be able to create something simple, like a simple logo for themselves, or even a flyer, or what. Whereas Photoshop, a layman can't do that easily. You have to be also really good at Photoshop in order for you to come up with a great design. So the conversation then goes to what is better, Photoshop or Canva? My question would be who is asking? Like who are you in the first place, isn't it? If I'm looking to hire a graphic designer, well, you have to know Photoshop. You have to be very good at Photoshop, and you also even if you use Canva, I don't care. But the first thing that you need to be very good at is Photoshop. Whereas if someone maybe say a small business owner, and maybe their budget is tight, and they need to focus on the things that matter the most on their business. I think the things that matter the most to such a person would be figuring out who their audience is, figuring out what problems they are solving, figuring out how they can put value in the marketplace. Things such as logos and this other creative stuff, they may not be that important for that particular person, because they need to first of all make a mark for themselves. Because at the end of the day, what's going to drive sales is not necessarily your logo. It's gonna be your service delivery, your ability to identify where your audience is, your ability to make customers keep coming back to you and stuff like that. So I feel like that's where such a person would need to put more attention to. Now, if you're a small business owner, and then you want to move and focus too much on your logo, spend lots of money on the creative and etc. I don't think that's advisable. I've seen companies which seem to do well with ugly. I've seen companies where you create a very beautiful website for them. They're like, no, we don't want nothing like this. Okay, it was a Chinese gentleman. They wanted something which I thought was hideous, but it worked for them because they were a mining company apparently. So I don't know, maybe ugly works for some industries. So at the end of the day, Canva, convenience, simplicity, and it saves time. Photoshop, creativity, uniqueness, and it's even more beautiful, and there's less risk of people copying what you've done for yourself. You can create something unique to yourself. So that's the advantage. So Photoshop, I believe it's very good, especially for designers. So the question of which is better can be best answered by first of all evaluating who you are and what you intend to do. If you're in the creative space, you need to know Photoshop and a bit of Canva, maybe just in case you're overwhelmed. You need to create something fast. So with that said, they are both good.